y'all fight the sound of my engine while I'm driving. But it is what it is, I guess. Big truck things. Let's see if I can tighten this up. Pull you a little bit off of the... There we go. Let's rattle that way. Can't hear very well. Yeah. It's kind of the problem with this old truck. I was trying to put the air set in. Try it again. Trying to see if I can get it to connect. How about now, Rob? How do I sound over the roar of this healthy V8? I had to go underneath and cut all of those boots and just nip them all off and seat them down. They were popping completely off. It's crazy. Can you hear me now? What up, Carnage? Oh man, that's what I'm on the way to. You know I don't usually want to go to work on a Saturday morning. But yeah, I gotta get through with that issue. Like, that was not even part of the original job. It was just damage that my plumbers left behind, and I had to take responsibility for it. So I did it really cheap. But I gotta get done. I gotta get done. I got 5 kids. 5. It's Christmas. 3 of them are driving. 4 of them are driving. So anyway, I gotta get to work too, but some touch-ups to get paid. Right, that's how it goes, man. That's how it goes. Hey, Rob, how you doing, man? I was listening to your live the other day, and a couple other creators I've spoken with recently that have had similar experiences with disgruntled people, like watching your streams, like to find something to criticize you about or whatever. That sounds like such an annoying, invasive ass thing. And I know, like, it's sort of a public forum, but like that disgusted me a little bit. And another friend of mine, like, the same thing was happening with him. Disgusting. Oh no, I don't. Yeah. No, Carnage. There's just always people there to throw bullshit at you. You know, but that's what monkeys do. Monkeys throw shit at you. But I will say, bet everybody's still pushing on. I don't know anybody yet who the trolls have run off of their own feed and shut the channel down. You know what I mean? But yo, last night at the tremendous Mercedes-Benz Stadium, my 14-year-old freshman son, who is the youngest W, they won. He made the high school, top band, right? He made the band this year, and in his first year there, and made first seed or whatever you call it, and they dominated. They won the whole thing. Band of the year is my son's Westlake High. So proud of them. So proud of them. So proud of them. Yeah, it was awesome. At 14, I'd never been on a stage that big, ever. He's in the stadium the Falcons play in, and it was packed. It was wild stuff. All the top college bands came out, and they were as good as the college bands. Like, they were better than some of the college bands. It's on ESPN too. You can look it up. It's Westlake High Band of the Year. It's amazing. They did it like 11 minutes. It was amazing. And like when we got there, they were performing, and so we weren't in the building yet, but it was on a big screen. They have a huge screen outside the stadium where you can see what's going on. And there's my kid. They're like scrolling past. It was kismet, because they were scrolling right past him as I'm like staring at that screen. I was like, I'm so excited. So I'm very proud of him. Traffic. Saturday. Let me show you what Saturday in Atlanta is doing. Saturday morning. All right. So anyways, I got asked about how I got into this business and what do I plan on doing with my business. I've got two, I guess, sort of businesses now. One being my contracting company, obviously, and then also YouTube and stuff like that. But I don't really want to do. Right, oh wait. 6 feet of snow. So I couldn't do the copper inlay on the epoxy wood board. Oh yeah? What happened? That's a lot of snow, dude. The copper inlay is not an easy task. When I did it, I had mid-success. It's in there, and it's holding. But it's not my favorite. Because I couldn't sink it all. Like, like I was able to flatten it out. I'll show you when I get to the shop tonight. But I mean, it's worth another try, I guess. I think I'll try it again if you'll try it again. I thought yours was looking good. Didn't one of them stay? Ah, lead. Lead's probably better and softer, right? So what was your technique? I didn't get to watch how you did it. Both failed. When I did it, my copper did stay in. What I did was I went in with used my saw to cut sort of a straight line, and then I used my files, my needle files, so that I could put like a slight taper inside the track. So I have like a triangular file in that set that if you put the flat bottom in and push it to the side, it'll kind of cut into the wall. And so when you hit the copper down into the wood or press it in, pressing seemed to work better than pounding it in for me. When I pressed it in, it was able to kind of squeeze in and spread inside of that cavity instead of, you know, and sort of lock in almost like a dovetail. So that's how I got it to stay. But I also ran a bead of super glue gel. And I like the gel because gel fills cavities. And it's for me, it makes more sense. And, you know, the woodworker squeeze out always makes me feel like I got a good bond. So I did that. I also put, that super glue gel right down the middle, and it sanded off just fine when I was all done with it. But I'll show you what it did. Mine, I used a much heavier gauge of copper wire. I don't know what the tolerances are there and the sizes are there, but I think I used a 8 gauge wire when I put it in. And I did it with a mallet on the handle, and I went long ways around the mallet, like on the handle, from front down, under, and then back. They're moving too fast for me to read the chat. I tried the flat bend and epoxy, that failed. I tried putting it into a drill hole. Oh yeah, I did do the drill hole too though. I started it in a drill hole, and then I pulled it down, pressed it. We should do a live together when you get a chance, and we'll both experiment with it at the same time. I think we might be able to come up with a good idea together. I'm definitely better at talking and typing. I'm definitely better at listening than reading. Man, they are moving. It's packed, but we are moving. That would be good. No, we'll set it up. We will set it up. The west side of Atlanta. The best side. Yeah. You live in of those, Si? I think I could if I was by myself. Did I call you Si? Damn it. My bad, Rob. I guess I just read Si a second ago. Got stuck. Hold on, little Mercedes trying to force me out of my slot. Another one of me. Woo-hoo. Alright, I'm gonna put this on the thing just in case I have to do some evasive maneuvers. Running good now. I also have a new project I want to try. I want to make a coaster with some whiskey bottles. Oh, that'll be cool. Do I have to be an off-grid RV? I like RVs. I could live most of my life outdoors and just sleep in the RV. I could cook outdoors just fine. I could work outdoors just fine. Build me a little office, a little shop in the woods. The only problem with being off-grid for me is I like power tools too much. And I would use up my whole solar supply in 10 minutes building a mallet. I don't think solar power is efficient yet. Not efficient enough. I want to build a little carving knife. You've inspired me, Rob. I want to build a carving knife now. I'm so geeked about it too. I got a nice little chunk of wood I think will make a good handle. And I've still got plenty of that steel. What I'm looking for now is the rest of, like I've got a couple little scraps from that machete left somewhere, I think, which is thinner, and I'm trying to find that tonight when I get back. See if I can use that. Make me a nice fat handle carving knife, you know? You can just put your whole fist around and get good leverage, I think. I would need hydro. Yeah, that would be a good idea. I got a creek in my backyard. I always think about that. Like, man, I could put a little generator down there. When it's running and rushing, it's incredible. But it varies so much. Like something that would run properly one day would be underwater 3 feet another day. I'd be out there in the woods with like 100 DeWalt packs out there corrupting the environment. opposite of the Lorax in the woods. I'd be down there cutting all that nice redwood down. This is amazing. This would be a great table. It's a weird thing about how humans get very excited about destroying very ancient things. Like, we get very excited about, oh, this table was cut out of a 200-year-old redwood. And you're like, what? They go hunting and they go, oh, this is the, biggest, most productive, protective, frickin' deer in the woods. And we get all excited about being the one that killed it. And I do understand like back in the day when we were doing what like Calvin is doing and getting fur from it, getting food from it, then yeah, you want a big one. But them dudes just be killing stuff just to be killing stuff. That's so weird to me. But at the same time, I'm a catch and release fisherman, so maybe I'm a sadist too. Up here somewhere. Had to buy that dump thing yesterday just to get a little more clearance. Worked like a charm though. Fish. I used to fish when I was a kid with my father, and then when he passed away, I went to do it and kind of commune with him, and it worked. Also talked to my dad while I'm fishing, and it's still very enjoyable for me though. But if I had a family that would appreciate the kind of fish that I can catch, then I would bring them home and cook them and all that stuff. But, yeah. Like, if I catch a big bass, one, I don't know how to cook bass. I've never cooked a bass. And then I think about the other bass fishermen that are going to not be able to catch that fish again. And I'm like, I'll throw it back. But if I catch brim, I really like brim. If I catch a big enough brim, I'll take them home and fry them up. Or enough of them. But if I don't, I dump them back into the water. But where I fish at, if you put them on a line in the water, the copperheads will come and attack them. It's so bizarre. They'll come attack fish that are clearly too big for them to eat. And they'll just be in there striking at them. Really, really weird. I haven't gone fishing all season. All season. It's over now. It's too cold for what I want to catch. I think I'm going to do a series of videos. I'm officially 1 year this month uploading videos to YouTube. And This guy's just walking in the middle of the fucking street up here. Wild. That's a lady. Even wilder. Don't hit me in the back, little Audi. Alright. Ten minutes. 10 minutes, I'll be there. Congratulations, fine sir. Thank you, Tim Reed. My boy is a superstar. So proud. So proud. I appreciate y'all. It's very encouraging having a little YouTube community. But I think I'm gonna do, I don't know if I'm gonna do a necklace giveaway. I kind of want to. But, kind of a niche. I'm not sure what I want to build tonight. I do know I want to build a knife. That may be the thing. And then I also, while I'm building that knife, I'm going to be cutting another knife blank, and once I get the shape and all that stuff, I'm going to try to temper it. I'm going to try to go ahead and torch it, oil dip it, and then put it on the thing. Thanks Rob, I appreciate that. I got old stuff on my hands. But yeah, that's the goal anyway, to make a good carving knife. What I think is I can probably make a better carving knife than I can afford in terms of like a good quality one, because I already have oil, I already have a torch, I already have the metal, I already have the wood, so, and I've got time. And that's what this is going to be about, taking the time and building it. And that's how the heck we get subscribers, you know what I'm saying? So, kind of a win all the way around. I kind of like that about my channel, is that it feeds itself. Almost 6 months of my first year were building my tables and chairs and feed tables and assembly tables and stuff like that. Am I gonna make a pig forge? One, I don't really know what a pig forge is, so probably not. What I'm probably gonna do is torch, metal, and watch for the right color. After I do a little bit more research on the right color, and then just dip it in the oil, quench. And then after that, 400 degrees in the oven for a couple of hours, I think is what it is. And then when it comes out, wait and see, you know. I think you just turn it off, let it all cool down naturally together, and then a couple hours later you go get them and you should have hard steel. But I do have to bevel the blade edges, not quite to the end, but close is my understanding, so it doesn't burn the edge and make that steel weak, and then come back and put my actual edge on it. Because on all my knives, I decided to put a new bevel on one of them, and the test for hardness is if the file slides across the knife with light pressure. That doesn't happen with my knives yet. I can take off quite a good bite. I get really good bite with the file, which means they are not hard enough, but they all have handles on them. So there's no going back. I can't bake them with the wood on them and epoxy in them and all that stuff. So they're just going to be knives that you have to sharpen rather frequently if you're hard on them. But at the same time, they are knives that are easily sharpened and hold a nice sharp edge when they are. But trying to get the best of the both worlds. Upward momentum is always the way. A forge made out of a tomato tin. Ah, that's interesting. I've seen it with big pipes. I don't have pipe big enough for that, but yeah, that does make sense. Yeah, I definitely got a tomato can. Smart thinking. I'll look that up though. I've been looking up other techniques. Eventually I'm gonna get some fire brick and do it that way. Where, you know, it's nice, you can just stick stuff in there and not hold it with your hand the whole time. So yeah, that might be a good idea. And it might be, I don't know if it's better or worse to put the direct fire on it, but I've seen it done. I don't know what the long-term results are. But like I said, one of the series of videos that I'm going to be doing coming up is like, over this whole year, I've been buying woodworking tools, cheap woodworking tools and things like that. And I'll do a video showing what's held up and how it's held up over the time, what I'm happy with, what I'm not happy with. And in that way, because I just think that's a better way to go about it. When people go on with a brand new tool and say, oh, this worked, how much can you trust it? Every knife, when it comes off, the sharpener will cut paper, like almost every one. It's how long will it cut paper? Come on, bro. You got it. It's that kind of thing that's important. How well did the pretty mallet hold up, kind of thing. Outdoors has a great starter knife making videos and pig forge videos for the litter of YouTube. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. I'll do that. Outdoors 55. I can remember that. I can do better than remember. Put it in my phone. I forgot about the whole origin story concept entirely. I just went on about my new found fame as the father of the greatest trombone player in the history of life. What are you doing, sir? Oh, turn the lane. I get it. You can live stream watching videos. I would watch you doing that. I can live stream watching forge videos. Will they let you do that? They won't flag that content? That'd be interesting. I would do that. My brother called me yesterday and said I should watch videos of other contractors doing stuff and legitimize or validate or devalidate whether or not the technique is appropriate or whether or not it's a real video, whether or not it's a real thing. I kind of feel like that. Like drywall videos are always lies. Come on, man. Woo! I had to avoid that guy hitting me in the back just now. I was turning in here, no problem. Hold on. Right. He already got a dent on the side of his van. He didn't need another one. Might roll that thing over. But yeah, drywall videos irk me. They never show the full process. I've never once seen a drywall video on YouTube that shows the full process. Never. And it aggravates me. It makes people think it's easier than it is. It makes people think the results that they're getting, like something's wrong with what they're doing, because they're doing part of the process, and they're just doing the part of the process that films well, right? And then you're like, oh, okay, fine. So no skim coat, huh? None. Like, you're just gonna put on and glob smooth drywall mud over it, and that's it. Okay. And some of them don't even put on tape. And they don't show that the second you turn your thermostat from heat to air, or from air to heat, you have a big square crack in your freaking wall. They never show the full process. So maybe I'll do that if YouTube will allow me to look at other people's stuff and talk. But see, I'm skittish, for real, a lot, because my first effort at content creation was originally YouTube. Not YouTube, was originally Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. And all three of those platforms demonetized me in the same week. They all monetized me in the same month and demonetized me in the same week. So I never ever got a check or accumulated anything, and I did a lot of work to get to monetization. And because I didn't research, I guess, but I had a tool my dad left behind, and this particular tool had 6 drill bit heads in it, but you could take, it was a revolving drill, and you could take the whole actuator out. So whenever I had this particular drill anywhere near my hand, the actuator was clearly visibly out of it, and I was holding it like I was holding like that, right? And I had made a new handle for this drill, and I'd hand carved this handle for this drill, and I'd polished the metal on this drill, and it was kind of a ode to my father, and it was doing really well. And then all of a sudden they were like, boom, you violated our terms. And I was like, no, I wasn't like using the drill. And they were like, and then I sent the appeal thing, and it was like, here, fill this out for the appeal. And I was like, type, send, boop, boop, denied. That fast. A computer did it that fast. And on TikTok, I got demonetized because I had a song playing in the back there. And in the song, the guy in the song said threatening things. And they violated me. I did the same thing. I was like, oh, that was just music. Fill out the thing. Boop, boop, boop. And it was like, whoop, whoop. Appeal denied. You will never make money on it. And they, your socials in there. You can't, like, you're done forever. So now that I'm kind of trying to take content creation seriously, that whole market is off the table for me. So I'm very careful about stuff now. Very careful. Because I would be devastated if YouTube did that to me. And not because I've made any money, but because I'll never be able to. And that would suck. I think I gotta get rid of one of these boxes of bits. Get out of there, you fuck. Look at that. That's how difficult it is to get these bits out. It'll break the hole. Crazy. Done with you. Done with you. Today we're back on that drywall. Had to go buy another drill that was shallow enough to get between the ceiling and the roof of that thing. That one's clean already. That one's clean enough. That's it. I like these little cheap things. I don't like to bring my big drywall tools out on these jobs for little jobs like that. I buy one of these little $5 packs. Use it twice. Once you're done using it and it gets scuffed up too much for drywall, you use it to spread Bondo, great. They don't scratch. Remember that? Oh. Why don't I dump all these out on the fucking floor? Look at this. Fucking box. If it ain't one thing, it's another. Crazy thing is, I had to go buy that tool to go put up 6 screws. That's it. Alright. We'll go in. Pending the conditions, I'll decide if I'm going to put you guys on or not. I try to be careful about people's privacy in their homes. But these people during the week tend to not be here in the spaces that I'm in. So if that continues to be the case, cool. If it ain't, you know what it is. Most of the times I mud after boarding crews, so depending on what quality day of the week, there are lots of misses and not sink screws, yeah. Knock, knock. Good morning, good morning. I did. Grits and eggs and bacon. My boy won was at the stadium last night, winning band of the year.
Really?
Mm-hmm, Westlake High.
Congratulations.
He's only in the 9th grade, and he made the big band, and then they won the whole thing for the state. Now he's all excited about FAMU because they came to the high school yesterday too.
Yeah, FAMU is good about coming to high school and finally giving them scholarship.
Oh my God, he is so geeked
And
about
what
that.
instrument he plays?
He plays the trombone. But they keep winning awards.
All it is money in your pocket.
You know, this is the one of my kids that I knew if he can go to college doing 100 things if he wanted to. He's probably the smartest, of my family. 14 years old. Just school is just effortless for him, and he remembers everything. But yeah, I would love him to go on a band scholarship.
today.
What's the heart? She all right?
Yeah, she's still in the hospital, but they say everything was really well. The doctors was really proud of how well it went.
Oh, very good. That's good news.
She actually bring us some soup today.
Oh, you're making the soup.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, you don't know me. My food be good, but it's not the same every time, because I don't use no recipe.
Oh yeah. But that's Southern food, eh? That's how you can cook. I tell my wife the difference between me and her is not that she has to use a recipe every single time. Has to. Or her food will be terrible. I never use a recipe.
Even if I use a recipe, I gotta change it to make it match.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, that's just understanding cooking. Because some people look at recipes and get an idea or a new idea. Some people look at recipes and make somebody else's dish.
The only thing I definitely use a recipe on, I might change it after I use it a couple of times, is cakes. You got to
Yeah, baking, you can't.
do right with them.
Yeah, that's why I can't bake. I can't bake at all. My daughter can. She'll come home and make exotic cookies. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, it's crazy.
Amen.
First course.
else in her. The mother got a picture of it. And it's taken out. Huh? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, God.
The nurse took a
All
picture
right,
of it.
y'all.
You know how they take it out and put it in the little